This is November 17. We're on a weekend, and I just want to do a quick analysis of it. As you can see, it's currently breaking out. Let's do a 10-year right now. 10-year looks really good. Actually, let's do 3-year. 3-year would be better. 3 year is better. As you guys see this 28 mark, this is August. Let's do a 2-year. Probably 2-year would be better. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this 28 mark was probably trigger point for a big move of this stock. It broke out about here, ran how many times? 2.5 times. Actually, yeah, 2.5 times, and broke out here. Well, now this is interesting because it just broke 2-year, 3-year high, and as you can see, it's massive volume. Um, and you can see like this volume here, about 18 million, right about here. It's when it tops out. So um, let's see if I can analyze it. Let me see if I can give an estimate of how high I think this will go. Well, the buy point obviously was 28 through 29 30th. About here, I would buy it here. I actually loaded some here, but it pulled back and stopped me out. Actually, the buy point was about here, 25-ish. That's where I originally bought it, because I saw this uptrending wedge pattern. Let's see if we can get it better. 120 day? That's right. I text this uptrending wedge pattern to my subscribers about here. That's right. That's right. This is where I bought it. I bought it right about here, 25, as it was breaking the days before high. This was where I bought it originally. And it came up, and I thought it was going to shoot up, like shoot up from here, and it didn't. It pulled back, and it stopped me out. You see this wick right back here? That's where I got stopped out. And then I'm like, man, what am I supposed to do? Should I rebuy it? And I looked at it, I'm like, massive volume into a Friday. It's probably going to gap on Monday. So I'm like looking at it, 28. I'm like, I already sold it. You know, it's a turd. I'm not going to go back in it. And the guys in the chat are like, come on, the water's fine. It's going to gap, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I hate, I found it first, I should profit from it. I didn't profit a single penny. Well, I will profit on Monday. I am holding a 31 position. How much? 150,000 shares? No, 50,000. 15 grand. That's right, 15 grand. I'm holding it. And basically, I loaded some into almost into the close. Actually, let me see, 14 day. Yeah, actually, the buy point right here. I was watching how are they taking out 30s. I mean, it was so many sales. I'm like, is it really gonna break 30? Is it really gonna break 30? I'm like, this 30 was the trigger point. As you can see at 30, like this massive volume at 30, right about here. As you can see, this massive volume. That's when I was watching level 2. It's like blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks right here. Blocks and blocks. I'm like, really? How many blocks do you need to break 30? And this is all the blocks. I don't know. That's a million shares. A million. That's $300,000 to break 30. And then when it broke, where I bought it was 31. I didn't. I thought it was gonna pull back. I'm like, seriously, $1 million. I mean, look at the overall volume. It's dead. And suddenly, once it broke 30, you got this humongous volume coming on here, and I'm looking at level 2. I'm like, it's gonna fall back. It's gonna fall back. And I was wrong. It went to 31, and then I was like, fine, fine. I'll jump in, and I jumped in at 31. I have 50,000 shares for Monday. I just want to profit, to tell you the truth. But judging by the volume of this, I don't know, man. You got 19 million here. You got 7 million, so you're already half the volume of this. I think this is going to 35. Between 35 and 40. I think actually it's gonna top out at 38. 38. I'm 80% sure. Well, how am I sure? I'm 80% sure it's gonna be over 35. 80% sure it's gonna be. I am 70% sure it's gonna be over 36, and 60%. I'm 60% sure it's gonna be over 38. That's kind of that's kind of my thing. So I would definitely take over 35, 36, 37. Those are the prices I would take because the volume is really big. But now I'm looking back at the, if you're looking back at the 2 year, I question, like, will I really take profits? I mean, it broke out here, it run twice as much. And this was a nice breakout. And it broke out here, right, twice as much. So I'm thinking it break out here is going to be twice as much. Is this going to go to 54? That's the question I always ask myself. I mean, is it really? And is it going to go straight up like this? Is it going to be choppy? Because if it's choppy, I'm like, forget it. But if is it going to go straight up each and every day? That's the question I ask. Considering this is a 52-week breakout of 3 years, it could double from here, from the breakout point. It could go to over 50. But at the same time, considering the volume here, humongous volume, it could just go to 36 through 40. That's what I think. So those are my price quotas. I would definitely rebuy it, I guess. I don't really know what to say. I hate being in this position because it's a 2 year, actually, it's a 1 year breakout, and that's massive. Like when you get a massive 1 year breakout, it's very important. Like when you see this breakout of 28, and it's already consolidated here. So it could go to 50. It could go to 50 because it consolidated here for almost a month. So it could go to 50. I just don't know if I have the patience to hold it till then. So we'll see. Thank you guys. This is AEMD. Today is November 17, 2014.